I'm up here in the high country right now, glassing for some deer. I just saw 3 does and a tiny little forky buck. I can get way up into the high country here and just pound these hills with glass. So I'm trying to find a good one. All right, so I'm headed down the mountain. I just glassed up a couple does and a little bitty forky horn, so I think I'm gonna go back to where I saw those 6 bucks yesterday and see if I can get a better eye on how good they are. They were definitely better than what's over here. There's a guy at the top camping with the 4-wheeler and he had an archery target, so I don't really want to be where he's hunting at the same time because there's that many deer. So if he finds one, I'm gonna let him stalk that guy and go back to my usual go-to spot. There's always deer there. It's gnarly country, it's hard, and it's tough. So, but we'll find out. We'll see. Going down the mountain, it's gonna take about, I bet, an hour to get to my camp spot. I know where to glass in the morning, so I'm just kind of cruising, enjoying the views and listening to a little music. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can get you a big deer. Good morning. So this is, I think, the 3rd day of archery season, 2025. Been glassing, place I hunt a lot. There's 3 or 4 does up here I've been watching. And I was like, there's gotta be a buck somewhere, at least one. And I figured they'd be higher, so I kept going. They are at the 10 yards below the top of the ridge line. I've been not quite that high. I've been up to like 12.5, 12.8 or something like that, and that's at the top of that oak. And I'll flip it around here in a second so y'all can see what I'm talking about, but it's a hard trek up that mountain. They're bedded right now, but I mean, unless I came over the backside, there's no way I'm gonna get to them. So, just kind of watching right now, but we'll see. We'll see what they get up and do.
Smoke in the sky, my hands in the dirt, carrying the weight, the sin and the hurt. Thought I was done, thought I was through, but mercy came running and pulled me through. Ash and glory, pain and grace, I've walked through fire, felt his embrace. Through every shadow, every story, from the ash to the glory.
So I got some more bucks up in the oak below the first 2 I found. There's 3 at least. One looks body-wise and antler-wise a little better. But I'm just gonna let them feed for about an hour or 2 and try to see where they're working, because it just takes so long to get up, and then try to make a plan where I can come up above them and hopefully they bed against a rock or a tree or a bush or something where I can slip in there and get an arrow in. But right now it's just a patient cat and mouse game, so just watching them, having a good morning. A little chilly out, but nice. It's September. Yeah, so it takes about an hour to go from the bottom to the tree line on either side. A lot of the bucks I hunt are right in here. Those 2 bucks are at the top right there. So it's a long ways up. I mean, they'll take half a day at least just to get on them. So I want to make sure he's good quality and caliber deer to go after that high, and I'll start making a plan.
Hey, check. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. If there's one thing I know, hey, yeah, God is good all the time. If he ain't, then you lying in the rain, in the shine. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. If he ain't, then you lying in the rain, in the shine. God is good all the time. Okay, some days be the best. Some days be the worst.
So I'm out here trying to find some bear and elk 2025. I saw a couple bears today, bumped a couple cows. Came back to where I shot my bull last year and my bear. And I just found my arrow from last year right here. Let's see if I can get it out. So I drove up this road. It got me really close to where I seen some elk the other night. And it's been super windy, so I set up the truck. It was like 2 o'clock when I parked. I waited till like 4. The wind's still picking up, but he bugled before I left the truck. And there's a rub right here, a fresh one. So if I can get this wind right, it's swirling like crazy. It's possible. Well, it's hailing. It's better than rain. We'll see how long this lasts. It's like 4:45.
Let the children come to me, for the kingdom shall be theirs. It's so simple, don't you see? Only children can be heirs. No accomplishment can guarantee.
So, I'm up here on the mountain right now. Listen to a bull bugle. It's pretty special. Getting to be in this God's country is it's a blessing. I got up here and got service yesterday and got a text from a lot of people that Charlie Kirk had been shot. I followed him and liked how he was spreading truth and stood for his faith. Not only am I crying because Charlie got shot and died, but the way the world is so nasty these days, and people are celebrating and happy and clapping about it. It's evil. It's sad. It's hard to watch. I'm sick of people being hurt and fooled and lied to. Makes me really appreciate my family and everything God has given me, my body, the ability to be out here chasing these elk. I'm so thankful. Praying hard for our country, this world, Charlie's family. This world needs Jesus. They need to be up here in the mountains. They need to be going to church. They need to feel his presence. I know most of y'all are gonna laugh at me, but I made a friend. Dude, I've been petting this thing and he doesn't care. He came to my thumb, I try to get him away and he just keeps chilling. He's cool. I don't know why he doesn't want to leave. Maybe I smell like crap after all this elk hunting. But he's just chilling. It's cool. I don't know what it is, but my spirit was moving today. I was worshiping on the way up here. Something just feels good about today. That's all I can say.
Long nights and many days, I turned and ran away, thinking I could do it on my own, thinking life is better all alone. Fell down 1,000 times, believed 1,000,000 lies, choosing everyone but me to blame. All it ever did was give me shame, and there in the distance I see your existence, holding a ring. I'm finally home. I'm finally where I'm supposed to go. I'm finally home.
Another hailstorm. I go get to this. I know where a little mine shaft is. I'm gonna get in there and try to hide out and let this pass. I don't know if it's gonna be an all day thing, but it called for moisture all day. We'll see, but I could see those clouds flickering, so I'm gonna camp out. All right, we got a storm coming through. I marked these, and they're on Onyx, a lot of them. But I marked these as storm shelters just to get all the moisture. Yes, here we go. It's my home for the next, who knows how long. So here's looking out
And we're going to be camped out until the storm passes. I got a bull bugling 400 yards. I started way down there at that red Jeep. And I have to go 500 more yards up, and then I can cut across. He's ripping right now. He's ripping, baby. I'm headed back to the truck. I had a nice gentleman that I met today where I was hunting deer. Talk with me for a little bit. We glassed up some bulls bugling along the way. The road you have to take is brutal. So he said he had a Jeep. We went over there, I went up. I got 150 yards from what I thought was a herd bull. I got 15 yards from a 5x5 that stared at me for 20 minutes. And Troy, the gentleman that took me, said he saw the herd bull, and it wasn't either one of those. The one I was going after was a 6x6. I got a couple of videos of them bugling, kind of cool, but toasted, going straight up that mountain, literally running at last light trying to make a play. So we're gonna take it easy tonight and maybe try to get back on those elk tomorrow, see how the old legs feel, but I'm getting into them finally. All right, good morning. So I'm walking up September 21st. It's been a tough year, but there's some elk right here. Bulls bugling. And I'm gonna try to See if I could get it done today. It's been a hard year. Getting into the elk, I've gotten a few good chances, but man, I haven't got to draw my bow in one. But it's a good morning. Feels good. I'm on my feet again. God woke me up, so let's go see what happens. So I got to the top of the ridge after the elk went up and over trying to intercept them, but they had gone down to such a deep hole and I was already kind of far away from my truck that I sat there and glassed and bugled a little bit just to see if they'd come out. But that day they didn't, so I had to relocate. I spotted 3 moose in here. And I've been calling this one in. He started running towards me. There's another one over here somewhere. Where are we at? There he is. That's a small bull. And there's this guy over here. So when I saw him walking through the thick brush, I can also hear him grunting. I did not have a moose tag, so for fun, I tried my best attempt to grunt to call him in. It actually worked. He came running to the edge of where all that thick stuff was and started making a scrape to pee in it. Shot a bull not last evening, but the evening before. Came in the next morning. Had blood for 300 yards and lost it. Got a tracking dog today, early this morning. Followed the trail great that I did the day before. Lost it about 20 yards right where I did. Bull's probably alive. I bugled one in while we were looking for that bull. So they're still in there. September 25th. Bottom of the ninth. You gotta just keep pushing forward. Regardless of what's happened. Play the cards you've been dealt. And back at them. Going up the mountain.
numbed away. Thought I could hide from the truth inside, but nothing escapes the Most High. The fire is real, the warning sings. Mercy or judgment, which one will reign? Don't need money, don't need fame. The hands of God still call my name. Sin runs wild, but the truth cuts clean. It's a fearful thing.
This is my truck. With 1 day left of archery season, I am just piled up in here now. I got on a bull this morning twice and just heard one bugle at the end of the day up that mountain up there. And he was probably like 3 miles away, so I ran down the mountain, got to my truck. I know this place pretty good, and I took this road and parked here, and he was only about 500 yards up there. It was thick, and I had to, it was like 6:40. It's probably, I think legal shooting light is like just after 7, so I was booking it up this fence line, and I got there. I never saw him. I heard him within 100 for sure, and he started getting mad, but it got dark, so I am back to 1 day left, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I did it. The last day of September. We got it done. I walked up on him, he was bedded. Didn't range, shot for 30 yards. Good shot. The Lord blessed me on the last day, so I am so thankful right now. I'm glad I stuck with it. Thank y'all for sticking with the video and watching to the end. It's time to clean them up.
I got a million questions, like why the hell can't heaven be on earth? Why do good folks have to hurt? Why is life a lesson? Why is every single blessing have a curse? Why does love take so much work? And why does mom and daddy's hair have to turn gray? I guess everyone's got reasons why their shoulders carry weight. There's been a few days I've about folded, but I found one more card to play. Been a few days I was hopeless, and I'll be damned I drew an ace. Guess that's life, and that's why I remind myself to spend more time talking to the dealer